Our case study is about two companies who are in the personal shaving business, Gillette and Dollar Shave Club. So Gillette invented the safety razor and the razor blade business model, which is basically the business model where an initial product is sold at a lower price, and then typically the replacement part is then sold separately, usually at a premium price. And so Gillette dominated this $3 billion industry with about 75% market share, but this was disrupted when Dollar Shave Club entered the scene and started gaining market share. So after Dollar Shave Club entered the industry, it was clear that Gillette was overshooting what customers actually really wanted and at a higher price than necessary. So which caused their customers to go to Dollar Shave Club and other companies that were doing the same thing. So for context, a Gillette razor can be about $10 to $12, and packs of replacement blades can range from $10 to $14. Whereas with Dollar Shave Club, they send replacements to your house, replacement blades to your house every month for either $3, $6, or $9, depending on which subscription that the customer chooses. So Gillette's market share has declined from 75% to about 50% from 2010 to 2019.
Hi, my name is Kareem Thorpe. I am a part of Group D, and this is mini case 5, how Dollar Shave Club disrupted Gillette. So I'll be answering question number 1. If you buy shaving equipment, do you purchase it in a retail store or online? Explain your choice. So if I do buy shaving equipment, as you can see, I have not shaved in a long time. I do buy it in the retail store only because I have very quick access to it. So I can just go to the store on my way home from work or on my way home from class to go pick up, some shaving equipment. Mainly because it's not as important to me of shaving. And I think that really depends on the person. So you, depending on if you use the retail store or online to buy your shaving needs, depends on who that person is. For me, I don't have a preference because it's not a priority for me. But if I was to buy shaving equipment, it would definitely be in the retail store because it's quick access, easy, and I can just get on my way home from work or class. I will also be answering question number 4. Why did Unilever offer $1 billion in cash for Dollar Shave Club? I think they offered them $1 billion in cash for Dollar Shave Club because first, Unilever, which is the European rival of P&G, the owner of Gillette, they have about $60 billion in annual revenue. So for them to invest $1 billion in a company that's probably a 5-year startup is not much, of a risk for them because they do make annually $60 billion a year. So that's one. I feel like the risk for that investment is not too large because they have a lot of platform and capital to, if they were to invest in something like that and it not do so well, they could be able to fall off and still maintain a revenue within or a profit within their other subsidiaries or products. I say they also offered them $1 billion because they wanted to expand, that competition with P&G in that market. And so, Unilever being a European country or a European business, and within its competition with P&G, they needed something in the American market to compete with Gillette. So at the time, Gillette was very competitive in their sales for the shaving kits and everything. And so once they saw the demand for at-home kits being bought by consumers from Dollar Shave Club, it was definitely a perfect opportunity for them to come in and swoop and buy that business from them. It makes competition for Gillette even harder because Unilever does have the capital to market in their country as well as the U.S., where Dollar Shave Club was already originated from. And it gives them extra capital to make from the investment that is going very far as the market and online buying. And so I think it was a very smart investment for them to offer them $1 billion because it was a small investment for them, knowing that they make $60 billion annually for their company. And so I feel like just that small just that small investment for such a huge return in buying Dollar Shave Club is what's important. And looking at just the competition with P&G and Gillette, it forces them, to be better or to market in a different way, because now they're going against not only the shipping services through online services like Dollar Shave Club, but they also now have to worry about the European market and what Unilever can capitalize off of buying Dollar Shave Club then. And so I just feel like, it's really a preference at the end of the day. But as the world and as us as individuals move towards online buying and online shopping, it'll definitely be harder for them to compete. And so I think the $1 billion investment and offer for Unilever to buy Dollar Shave Club is definitely great. And I felt like it was a good move.
So question 3 says, what led to the opening in the market that entrepreneurs such as Michael Dillon at Dollar Shave Club used to enter the industry? How did they enter the industry, and what type of business model did they use, and why were they successful? So Gillette had created this high-end, high-margin business plan, business model, which became known as the razor/razor blade business model. This is where you sell an initial product, in this case the razor itself, and you sell its components, the blades, separately. Well, they were together at first, but then you sell them separately as time goes on, and that's how they continue to create revenue. And since they actually created the safety razor themselves, they had a competitive advantage just because of, this was their thing. They were the only ones doing it. So as more people joined this industry, they were literally having to copy what was going on. So, being the first ones to do it, their name held that stature within the industry. So they were allowed to get away with these outrageous prices that they had. And with those prices being so high, that's what opened the door for Dollar Shave Club to come in with their $1 razor and 5 blades with the $2 shipping. You're only paying $3 a month, and you're getting these items constantly delivered to your door, as opposed to having to go to the store, which was something that the customers really didn't like doing. And then with razors and blades being things that are constantly stolen from stores, Walmart and all these places, they have them locked up. So when you go there, you have to find an employee that can open it up for you just to get something as small as a razor and some blades. And that can really be inconvenient, and that's something that a lot of people were upset with, aside from the prices themselves. So when you take the convenience of having these things delivered to your door for a much cheaper price, that was the business model. And the business model that Dollar Shave Club actually used was called a subscription base, and that's the subscription of having to pay those $3 every month, and you get those things delivered to your door. That has shown to be much more effective than people having to go out and buy these actual razor blades for a much higher price. So that's how everything happened on Dollar Shave Club. They had their $8,000 budget, and they put out a promotional video to get the audience that they needed. So once people saw what they had and the prices they were offering it, and it was a no-brainer that a lot of people signed up. 25 million people saw that video. So that was the platform that they needed. They had the product, they had the plan. They just needed the people to sell it to. So now that they had the market available for them, everything started to work out.
I'm gonna answer the question number 2. How was Gillette initially able to gain a competitive advantage? How was Gillette able to sustain its competitive advantage for so long, leading to a near monopoly position of 75% market share at its peak? King Gillette invented the safety razor about 115 years ago. The company also came up with the highly profitable business model of selling the razor for low price but charging a premium for replacement razor blades. This business model is now widely adopted and is called the razor blade business model, commemorating its origins. When introduced, the new safety razor was a radical innovation, allowing Gillette a temporary competitive advantage. To sustain this advantage over time, Gillette followed up with incremental innovations, mainly by adding additional razor blades to the razor, all the way from 1 blade to 6. Thank you.
Hello, I had question 5. Do you think online startups such as Dollar Shave Club and Harry's will continue to steal market share from Gillette? Why or why not? So I do believe that these startups will continue to steal market share from Gillette. I think a trend in the last few years and possibly even the last decade or definitely more has been consumers wanting convenience and inexpensive products. So I believe that most people would probably choose having a new razor or new razor blade sent to them every month. At a lower price through Dollar Shave Club than going to the store every so often to replace their razor blade at a high price, because with that also comes, actually remembering to go to the store and all that, when, through Dollar Shave Club, that can just be automatically done. So I think most of society looks for things and products and processes to make their life easier, and both Dollar Shave Club and Harry's do just that. To gain back some of the market share that has been lost, I think Gillette will have to lower its prices and try to appeal to a different demographic, and possibly rebrand and develop a different business model. And I think this can be done by studying its competitors, of course, and then also just studying what is working in business, for different products in different industries, and then applying that back to Gillette and their mission, their vision, their operations. Also, I think it's good to note that online startups are typically new and they're fresh and they attract more people. They attract younger people, which I think really drive a lot of business. And I believe in order for Gillette to stay afloat, they will have to definitely appeal to more audiences, specifically the audiences that are now drifting towards Dollar Shave Club. I think it's going to be really key. And even if staying afloat, and even if it doesn't drive back that market share that was lost, hopefully that it'll just maintain what Gillette has now. Thank you.